On occasion, short for occasion, when a movie does well at the box office, the studio will wait a little bit, let things settle down, build up more hype, and then re-release the movie back into theaters to get that second wind of revenue. I'm talking movies like Titanic, Avatar, Avatar 2, pretty much anything James Cameron puts out, Avengers Endgame, big box office, massive pulls that generated like $1 billion. But on the rarest of rare occasions, something truly special happens, something truly mind-blowing and remarkable takes form. A movie studio will kind of do the opposite. They'll take a movie that financially didn't work in the slightest, and then for some reason, put that one back into theaters, hoping that the second time's the charm. We were all, unfortunately, alive to see this take place when Morbius came out, the cinematic experience of the summer. I don't know if it came out in the summer, it doesn't matter. Part of the Sony Spider-Man cinematic universe that doesn't have Spider-Man in it collection. The movie bombed, rightfully so. It was terrible, it was embarrassing, and Sony should feel sad about that entire fiasco that was the Sony Spider-Man cinematic universe that doesn't have Spider-Man in it. But there's another studio out there, much larger one, goes by the name of Disney, that just did the same exact thing. The real big difference here is they didn't do it for the memes like Sony did. They wrongfully thought that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs would be a fantastic movie to go out to with the mom over Mother's Day. The movie about an evil queen who's jealous of the younger beauty's looks. Great movie for the moms out there. Well, friends, it is with a heavy heart that I let you know that this movie failed both times. Let's talk about it briefly. Say before I whistle while I whack off, if you wouldn't mind smacking that subscribe and the notification bell if such things exist, I would appreciate it. It's free of charge and you'll see more of me in the future. If you prefer me in voice mode only, you can also find me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Now, where was I? Oh yes, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to throw some numbers out you. They may be accurate, they may not be. It's what Google tells me is taking place. The film's budget, let's start there. $240 million upwards to $270 million, somewhere in that vicinity. Now, there's undoubtedly other movie experts out there that will tell you this movie costs well over $300 million to make. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the movie financially bombed, pulling in only a bit over $203 million worldwide. Mathematicians will quickly tell us that $203 million is less than $240 million. Yeah. And as many of us know by now, that production cost does not include marketing and a bunch of other stuff. So really, a film like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, to break even, needs to get upwards of $650 million, maybe even higher. It's hard to know. Granted, Disney is a different beast. They're going to be able to make money after it leaves theaters on the DVD sales. Oh wait, that's not really a thing anymore. They'll make money on Disney Plus sales. That's also not really a thing. They could make money on the Rachel Zegler action figure of Snow White and the fugly CGI dwarf toys that kids will obviously want in droves. So yeah, probably not any money there. Listen, I don't know how you slice this movie in a positive. It sounds like this is just a massive failure. Reportedly, also, there was going to be a Tangled live-action movie in the works, and that has been scrapped by Disney, or at least put on hold for the time being until they can figure things out. Now, I'm not one of those cheerleaders that's like, yay, I'm glad that this is failing again. Woo! No, I mean, I am glad, but that's because I don't like the live-action Disney movies. I still am very fond of what Disney has brought to the table over the years. I love all the animated classics. I still love a lot of the stuff Pixar makes. And even the Disney Animated Studio puts out good stuff like, Wreck-It Ralph and Big Hero 6. And I'm a sucker for the Disney princess crap like Frozen 2 and all that stuff. So I'm not kicking them for that. I just don't like these live action movies, and I've made that very clear over the years on my channel. I find them to be empty, soulless cash grabs, piggybacking off of the success and name recognition of what came before. If you want to tell a new story or tell this in a creative light, fine, make another Lion King or Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. But those three examples I gave you are nothing more than ugly lesser-thans of the originals. So yeah, what's the point other than to drive up sales and make more money? I also think it's pretty obvious that Lilo and Stitch live action is going to make a ton of money. That thing will probably get upwards of $800 or $900 million. There's also a Moana live action. People love Moana. Probably gonna do very well. I just think the Snow White thing had a lot going against it. Not only was Rachel Zegler doing some terrible interviews, she's not perceived very well. She's been in a lot of movies that bombed over the years, doesn't really have the star power pull. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, not the most soughtly looked at IP for little kids to go out and watch with their folks. I barely remembered the original, nor do I have any fond memories of it. So nostalgia, I don't think played a big factor in this one. On top of all that, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is on the older side. I think the target demo are people around my age, in their 30s and 40s, maybe 50s, who have kids and want to relive the glory days with them all over again. Once you get into that grandparents age bracket, they don't have kids to take, and they don't want to see their grandkids. They suck. All they do is sit around and play Roblox all day. They don't engage. All right, so massive preamble aside, what the hell happened here? Well, Disney decided, in their infinite wisdom, that Mother's Day is creeping up. We should bring Snow White back for the moms out there. They can take their kids and bask in the amazing story about an old, bitter queen who's jealous of a young gal. You know, something heartwarming for the moms out there. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the dumbest studio of them all? Well, in this instance, it was Disney. Now, I looked at several different sources online, and they all had slightly different numbers. I'm gonna give one of the better ones for Disney. The film was re-released on 1,300 screens for Mother's Day weekend. The total that it grossed? $300,000. Which amounts to a per theater average of $200. I'm not doing that math. That's what it said in the article. I saw a different article said that it was only $50 a theater, and then it grossed $200,000. It's not good, no matter how you slice it. What's more mind-boggling is Disney currently has a movie in the theaters that's only been out for a couple weeks, and that's Thunderbolts, which is tracking decently well. Around the time of recording, Thunderbolts is pulling in around $300 million, which is already $100 million more than Snow White made on a budget that's far less. Thunderbolts reportedly costs around $180 million. So with the marketing and everything, yeah, it hasn't made money yet, but I would imagine by the time its run is done, it will have at least eked out a bit of profit. And I know Thunderbolts doesn't scream Mother's Day film, but let's be real, mothers bite the bullet all the time for their kids and their family. If her stupid husband and her crap kids want to go see Thunderbolts for the weekend and she can at least just be with them for a while, yeah, she's gonna go out to Thunderbolts. But that same family isn't tugging at her shirt to rush out and see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I know that much. And I would like to think that now so does Disney. All right, I want to hear from you though on this. Let me know your thoughts about this entire live action remake trend. Do you think that this is finally starting to be the push we see where people go, all right, I'm over this crap. Let's make new content again, Disney. Get back on your A game. Or do you think this was just a one-off sort of a situation and Lilo and Stitch is going to come out, make a ton of money, then we're going to go to the next thing and it's just going to keep snowballing? I'm in that camp. I think this is a one-off. I think people are going to go out in waves to watch these next ones, and we're just going to see this forever now. But let me know if you enjoyed the show. Please give it a like, subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you want. Really, it's up to you. And hopefully, I catch you next time. Take care. Thanks again for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it if you checked out patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. That's where fans of my channel go to help support it. There are different tiers with different offerings, exclusives every month. We got multiple movie reviews. There's a vlog monthly. And even if you don't want to plop down $1 a month, you can just sign up for Patreon for free and become a member at no charge. Appreciate your time. Thanks.